Trend of the videos.
We're making this our block where we show
sports.
when animals attack.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I celebrated Earth Day today outside. The beautiful weather. Spring is finally here. We had a pair of border battles over at Wade Stadium. The Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers made the state tournament last year. They've been on a roll in 2026. Meanwhile, the Superior Spartans just dropped 20 runs in a win yesterday, so something's got to give over at the Wade tonight. A chilly night over at the ballpark. We start in the bottom of the first inning. Superior's Matson Rue hit a fly ball to deep right field. It'll drop. Rue nearly loses his helmet as he races to third base for a triple. That sets up Mike Fiegel for Superior. He puts another fly ball into right field. This one will fall as well. Rue scores the first run of the night for the Spartans. Two batters later and runners on. Carson Smith splits the outfielders for a stand-up double. Both base runners will score a 3-run first inning for the Spartans, and Wisconsin